Hey there, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Just checking something real quick here to make sure that my audio is actually picking up, hopefully. Let's switch that over there. Well, let's see if it's actually picking up. I don't think so. Yay. Okay, let's try going back in. Video, audio. Oh, is it picking me up now? Hey, hi. What do you want, little one? Okay, so I think it's picking me up now, I hope. All right, so welcome, welcome. I'm Mandy, if you don't know me. I am the Black Cat, also known as, with the Black Cat's Practical Magic Academy, and apparently Harry wants to be internet famous. Oh, and I'm not wearing my glasses. Okay, so welcome. Tonight I am going to be rolling candles with for Beltane. I was supposed to do this last week and we had some major technical difficulties that I was still doing. Once it was 5 o'clock and I was supposed to be live and I was still dealing with technical difficulties, so we did not do this last week. We are going to do it today, and I will have a replay available on my YouTube channel for those of you who might jump in and decide they want to watch it on YouTube later. So I wanted to share a little story with you about rolling candles in spring and Beltane, and before we got started. So a few years ago I was feeling particularly disconnected. Disconnected is a good word. From my practice right around springtime. My birthday's at the beginning of April, and I just kind of wasn't feeling it. So the usual excitement for Beltane was missing, and I really couldn't figure out what was going on with me mentally, emotionally. I'm still not sure. So one of the things that I decided to do was I decided to kind of take an afternoon, reconnect. I decided to roll some of my own candles. I like to roll candles with the beeswax sheets, so I make my own. So for today, I did pull out an orange one. I wanted orange for the fire season. So yeah, this is a really thin beeswax sheet. You can pick them up off of Amazon. I like these ones. They're square. They come in a birthday kit with wicks already in the box, so you don't have to buy those separate. So these are the sheets that I like to use. I do have a box where it's about twice as wide as this sheet. That is just, these ones have colors in them. The other one is just the yellow of beeswax. Part of the reason why I like the beeswax candles is when I'm done with them, I can bury them and put them out under my tree or in my yard, and it's not going to hurt anything. So we will be using a beeswax sheet. We will be using a wick. This is just a piece of cotton cord that is got a wax wrapped around it. I didn't get it out. I do have some that are hemp. Again, natural with the wax coating on them so that they burn really nice. So, hey there, Caleb. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. So, beeswax candles, sheets, and wicks. Then some of the other things that we're going to use is I am going to dress my candle. I am going to use various herbs. We'll talk about those here in a little bit. And we are going to use some essential oil. Again, we'll talk about what kinds and why. So when I sat down, I was telling a story and I got sidetracked. That's typical. So I sat down with my materials, beeswax, wicks, essential oils, and with each roll of the wax and the putting the herbs and dressing the candles, it just kind of brought it all back to me. It gave me a little bit of grounding, and it just kind of gave me a new sense of purpose, excitement. So it kind of reminded me of the transformative power of creating something with your own hands, especially something for Beltane. And the reason I'm doing candles for Beltane is because I don't own a fire pit, and lighting a fire in my yard would, cause my neighbors to freak out in general. So we're not doing that. But so we're going to light candles instead. We'll do that tomorrow night. So I thought I would share this with you. So rolling your own candles, I know it kind of sounds difficult, but it is super, super easy. And it's something you can, when you're done using them, you can give it all back to the earth instead of, putting it in the garbage. So why would I do candles instead of an actual fire? One, because they don't have that ability to put a fire in my yard, and I don't have someone's house that I could go to where a fire could be built. So doing the candles is symbolic of that. Beltane is all about the returning of the sun and the returning of the fertility of the earth and the returning of spring. We survived the winter and we are out of that season. So that is what the Beltane celebration really is all about. So you will need, if you decide to do this, you will need a sheet of beeswax, you will need a wick of some sort, and you can choose various herbs to do this with. I should grab a spoon so I don't make nearly as much of a mess. And that's the kind of day I'm having. So, and yes, my babies are here to help. Alright, so I'm going to cut this into two. I'm going to use a pair of kitchen shears. Use craft scissors or a pair of kitchen shears. Something that you're not going to be upset if it has a waxy feel to it afterwards. And since these are square, they're going to make a kind of little rectangle candle. So I'm just going to fold it in half a little bit here. And I'm going to take my kitchen shears and snip right along that edge that I folded. And then I am going to take my candle wick. I'm going to measure it against the candle sheet. And since I'm doing two, I'm going to double it up. So here we go. I'm doubling it up. I'm going to snip it. And here's one of my other cats. This is Hobbs. Hobbs, say hi. Are you coming to tell me it's time to eat? You do not need to eat beeswax. Hey. Excuse me, sir. I do not need help. Get down, please. Okay, so I chose lemon oil for this. You could choose cinnamon if you wanted to do protection. You could choose basil oil if you were looking to do an abundance. You could choose lavender for mental well-being, anything like that. You just kind of decide what you want to use and why. I like lemon just for the scent of it. It's very uplifting to me and feels nice. So I'm just going to, maybe, if it's going to come out, I'm just going to sprinkle a couple of drops onto each one of the sheets. Now remember, because it's an oil, it will make your candle a little bit more flammable. So be careful with that. And I'm a Pagan Woo. Hi. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right. I decided for this year's Beltane candles, I wanted to use a little bit of calendula, which, if you don't know, calendula is marigold flowers. And of course I grabbed a spoon that's not going to fit. Oh hey, I actually got a couple out. So I like to dress my candles on the inside, because then they are not, I just feel like they get really messy when you dress them on the outside, and a lot of the stuff doesn't actually stay in the candle. So I've added calendula to represent the sun. I'm going to add a little bit of rosemary here for protection. And I think I probably really need a third camera going, but I don't have one, so we're just going to have to make do. So I've got calendula and rosemary on there. I'm going to use a little bit of lemon balm. Alright, and then I'm going to brush my hands off because into the trash can. And I decided I wanted to use just a tad bit of lavender for spring. And because it's lavender and I love it. And just a touch of cinnamon bark. So when I do this, when I light these tomorrow night, I will set an intention, and the cinnamon is going to help, you know, give a little bit of oomph to my intention out to the world, out to the universe. So there you have, and I'm going to move that camera so you can see it. And of course I stuck my thumb over it. So there is the oils and the herbs that I want to use on my candles on the sheets. Let's see if I can get this to stay without me having to hold it. Maybe, maybe. Hey, there you go. Watch, it'll probably fall over on me. Okay, so I'm going to take a wick. I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to just kind of, with my fingers, kind of using my fingers to help warm up the wax a little bit and help kind of stick it. You'll notice that the beeswax does feel a little on the sticky side. And I'm just going to try to roll it as tight as I can. And I kind of do smash it down a little bit. And then you'll see that, here I go. right, all right. And there's the first one. So yeah, I really like putting the herbs inside and the oils inside because then it's less messy. And my candle is completely dressed and it's got my herbs and oils in there. And then I would take one of my candle holders and just prop it up in there. Kind of push it down a little bit. So one of the things that I did notice with doing these this way is that sometimes the oil will drip out to the bottom a little bit, which makes them lots and lots of fun. And we're going to just do the same exact thing with the second one, you know, just kind of warming that wax up a little bit with your fingers from your body heat. And I don't know about you, it is definitely getting to be spring and I need to turn some air conditioning on in my house. So it's getting a little on the warm side here. So these are actually pretty warm to begin with, and I just took a deep breath and blew herbs everywhere. Of course I did, because I said it was less messy, right? So it had to prove me wrong. Okay. Well, so keep rolling and just get it rolled up there. And I'm realizing that the other candle, or the other camera, cannot see me at all. So, finish rolling that one. And there it is. There's the candle. And I seem to have forgotten to clean out this candlestick after the last time I used it, so I'm just going to take my little spoon here and see if I can get some of that wax out. Thank you for helping, Mr. Hobbs. Excuse me, sir. Hello. Please get down. Thank you. So here I am, just kind of taking my spoon and digging it out. Just a little bit. I might take a lighter and see if I can warm this up a little bit. Come on. Alright. Okay. Oop. Well, and I just broke a spoon. I wonder what that means. Don't dig so hard. Use a knife. Something along those lines. Alright. So, yes, I would definitely make sure to empty these out off the candle, out of the candlestick before you let them dry up a little bit and get too hard. So, yeah. I think I got enough out of there to get this one in. Alright. So there we go. There are, and I know that's a really tall candlestick for the other camera, but hey, there you go. I've got 2 candles wrapped and rolled. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Like I said, I chose to do orange to kind of represent fire for these ones. And I'll move you guys over here a little bit so that you can see my altar back there, which I normally don't share, but, ooh, and I knocked, that was fun. All right. So, I'm just going to scoot back here, grab one, grab the second one, there you go. I will put a tray under those before I actually light them, but currently the tray is somewhere, I'm not sure where. So yes, before I light those tomorrow night, I will stick a tray under them, and it's a metal tray, so that one, it doesn't burn my altar down, and two, it doesn't get all over the top of my altar. So there it is. Those are 2 candles. I did put flowers up for spring on my altar, and there you go. There's my spring altar, my Beltane altar with my candles that we just rolled, and there you go. Does anybody have questions as to why or what I'm doing and those types of things? I would love to answer them. I'd love it if you spoke up. Anybody that's still here. I really enjoyed getting to do this with you guys tonight. This was a lot of fun. I think I need to do more hands-on things when I'm online on live, because this makes me way less nervous than just sitting here and talking. Because, yeah, talking. So, again, if you want to roll your own, you can pick up a kit. I want to say the kit was probably about $20 on Amazon to get the wax sheets, the colored wax sheets with the wicks already in them. I don't remember how much the bigger box of beeswax strips were, or the hemp that I bought was for those. So, but yes, I really enjoy getting to roll my own candles. I feel much better about using them and then putting the stuff back in the ground versus, the stuff that's synthetic. I mean, I have lots and lots of candles anyway. I'm an Aries. I burn things. But I always feel guilty about using these types because I don't know what is in them, what scent is in them, what is the fragrance. I did go through a phase where anything perfumey was very, very unenjoyable for me, because of some medication that I was on. So nothing on my skin could have perfume in it, nothing in my candles. I went through that, so I really got into using essential oils in my candles instead of fragrance. And I also did that with my personal care items. Is I had to get away from anything that had fragrance in it or perfume, and I had to go to things with essential oils. So that was, it was a thing there for a while, especially. If you enjoyed this, I do have a free download that is Empowered Everyday Magic. It is on my website, practicalmagicacademy.us. You're welcome to go join me and go grab it for free. And I would love for you to do that. So if you're interested in that. So Empowered Everyday Witchcraft. It's got practical tips, different herbs, different tools that you can use. I did also, I believe I included a color association chart with that. So I hope you will go out to my website and download it, and I hope you use it, and I hope you enjoy it. So there you are. And I thank everybody who joined me tonight. I've had a really good time being here with you and spending some time rolling some candles for Beltane. So happy Beltane tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great time with Beltane, and I will see you next week, Tuesday night, 5 o'clock, Twilight. Tuesday Talks with the Black Cat, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, same bat time, same bat channel. And I hope everybody has a great night and a great Beltane tomorrow. Bye!